Hello kids, in today's class we are going to do the last exercise of this chapter. So let's begin with it. The first question is, give the dimensions of a rectangle whose area is sum of the areas of two rectangles having measurements this and this. So what it is saying is that we have two rectangles. One rectangle is of dimension 10 meters and 5 meters, okay, and the another one, the other rectangle is of dimensions 2 meter. This is somewhere 2 meter and this is 7 meter. So we have two rectangles and we have to find their area first. What it is saying is we have to find the dimension of a rectangle. Now we have to find a dimensions. What do you mean by dimensions? Length and breadth. Okay, length and breadth of a rectangle whose area, I'm saying the area of this one is A, the area of this one is B, and the area of the smaller one is C. So what it is saying is that the area of the bigger rectangle is equal to the sum of area of these two. Okay, this is B square units, this is C square units, and when we combine the areas of these two rectangles, we will get the area of this bigger rectangle. Okay, so first of all, let's find out the areas of these two. So for the first triangle here, the area is B. It is product of length and the width, that is 10 into 5, which is equal to 50 square meters. Coming to see the other one, the dimensions are 7 into 2, that is 14 square meter. So what will be the area of the bigger rectangle now? Sum of these two, B plus C, that is 50 plus 14, which is equal to 64 square meter. This is the area of the bigger one. And what we are asked to find out the dimensions, that is length and breadth. So we can say that the product of length and breadth of this rectangle is 64 square meters. Okay. This is how we can do this question. Now coming to the second one, the area of a rectangular garden that is 50 meter long is 1000 square meters. So the length of the rectangle is given, rectangular garden is given, the area of the rectangular garden is given, and what we are asked to find is the width. So we know that this 50 length multiplied with the width is giving us 1000 area. So that means what will be the width? It will be 1000 divided by 50. That is equivalent to 20 meters. So what is the width? It is 20 meter. I hope you have understood. This is very easy question. Now let us go to question number 3. It says the floor of a room is 5 meter long and 4 meter wide. So it means it is a rectangular floor, right? The length is 5 meter and the width is 4 meter. Now, a square carpet whose sides are 3 meter in length is laid on the floor. Find the area that is not carpeted. So what it is saying is that we have a rectangular floor whose dimensions are 5 and 4, right, meters. Now a square carpet has been laid out here, right? It's a square carpet whose sides are 3 meters in length. So that means every side will be 3 since it's a square. What we have to find is the area which is not carpeted, that is where the carpet is not there. We have to find this area. So kids, how we can find this area? This is simple. First find out the area of the rectangular floor and then find out the area of the square carpet and subtract the two. When we will subtract the two, we will get the area which is not carpeted. Okay, so let's do it fast. Area of area of rectangular floor is equal to product of the sides, that is 5 into 4, 20 square meters. Also area of square carpet is side into side, 3 into 3, that is 9 square meter. So we have the two areas. Now what we have to find? Area of area that is not carpeted. Okay, so that is the difference of these two areas, which is equal to 11 square meter. So the area which is non-carpeted here is 11 square meter in area. Done. Next, four flower beds having sides 2 meter long and 1 meter wide are dug at four corners of a garden. Okay, that is 15-meter long and 12-meter wide. So what it is saying is that we have a rectangular garden. Okay, we have a rectangular garden such that it is 15-meter long and the width is 12 meters. Now what has been done? Four flower beds whose dimensions are 2 into 1, 2 meter long, 1 meter in width. That means all are rectangular. They are laid out on the sides of this rectangular garden. What we have to find, how much area is now available for laying down a lawn. So how much area can be used to laying down a lawn is this area, right? The one where inside this garden the flower beds are not there. So this is easy. What we'll have to do, first find out the area of this rectangular garden, which will be area is equal to 15 into 12. It will be 180 square meter, right? And then area of the flower beds is equal to of one flower bed, it will be product of these two, 2 into 1, which is equal to 2 square meter, but we have four such flower beds. So that means what we'll have to do, we have to multiply this area with 4 to get the total number of area occupied by the flower beds. 8 square meter area, this is the area occupied by 4 flower beds. Okay, so this is the total area. Now what we have to find out, we have to find the area which can be used, that is equal to the difference of these two. 180 minus 8 is equal to 172 square meters. So this is the area which can be used for the purpose. Okay, fourth is done. Now coming to fifth one, what it says is, let me just erase it. Shape A, there is one shape A which has an area 18 square units, and the another shape is shape B which has an area of 20 square units. There are two shapes and their areas are given. Let me write down here. For the shape A, the area is 18 square units. For the shape B, the area is 20 square units. Now, shape A has a longer perimeter than shape B. So, the perimeter of shape A is greater than perimeter of shape B. This is, I am writing area of A, area of B. These two. Okay. Now, we have to draw such shapes that satisfy the given conditions here. Okay. So, we have to we have to draw two such shapes which satisfy these conditions. So let us first try to do the first area for A. We have 18 here. So let us try to make a rectangle of these dimension. If I take this as 2 and I take this as 9, area will be 18 and perimeter will be twice of 9 plus 2, that is equal to 22 meters or units. Let's say units here, and this is square units. Okay, if I am taking 9 and 2. Coming to B, for the shape B, if I take, we have 20, that is product of this and this should be 20, the length and the breadth. 5 into 4 will be 20. So if I take it as that, I will get the area as 20 Coming to the perimeter, it will be 5 plus 4, 9. That is 2. 5 plus 4 is 9 into 2 is 18 units. So kids, we can see here the perimeter of the shape A is 22, perimeter of the shape B is 18. That means this condition is satisfied. Okay, and also the product of the sides which give us the area is also same. So that means the two shapes will be this one and this one. This can be shape A and this can be the shape B. Okay, so this is done. Now coming to question 6, it says on a page in your book, draw a rectangular border that is 1 centimeters from the top and bottom and 1.5 centimeters from the left and right sides. What is the perimeter of the border? So just see question number 6. You have the page of the book, and we know that the page of a book is rectangular in shape. What we are asked to do is we have to leave 1 centimeters from top and bottom and 1.5 centimeters from right and left, and then we have to draw a border. So again this border will be a rectangle only, right? Because the page is rectangular, we have to leave this 1 centimeters from here, 1 centimeters from here, 1.5 from the left and 1.5 from the right border. Okay, and then what is the perimeter of the border? Now what we are asked to do is we have to find the perimeter of this inner border. So kids, here this answer will vary from book to book, from page to page you are taking. So I am giving this question number 6 as homework to you. Okay, this is a homework which you have to do. This is very easy. Next question, draw a rectangle of size 12 units into 8 units and then draw another rectangle inside it. So we have to draw two rectangles. Dimension of the first is given to us 12 into 8 units and then another rectangle inside it in a way without touching the outer rectangle that occupies exactly the half area. Okay. So first of all, let us draw the rectangle whose dimensions are given to us. Okay, this is one rectangle. Its dimensions are 12 units and 8 units. Okay, so dimensions are 12 and 8. Inside this, draw another rectangle. Now we have to draw another rectangle without touching the sides. We don't know the dimensions till now. Now, without touching the outer rectangle that occupies exactly the half area. Now, the area of the inner one, this rectangle, this should be exactly half of the outer area, the area of the outer rectangle. So, first of all, let us find out that what is the area of outer rectangle. Area of outer rectangle is 12 into 8, that is 96 square units. Okay, because area is the product of length and breadth which is given to us for the outer one, so we know the area of the outer one. Now let us find the half of this area. Okay, what is the half of this area? Outer triangle's area, half of 96. Half of 96 is 48 square units, right? So that means the area of the inner one should be 48 square units. Now what we have to do, we have to find the factors of 48 in a way so that it should come inside these dimensions. So how can we take 48 as? We can take 48 as 12 into 4. But if I will take it as 12, then these two will be equal and overlap and they will touch also. So that means we cannot take this. Okay. Then after this, what else we have is, we have 12 into 4 is there. Another one, we have 2 into 24. Again, this is not possible. It will be more than this. So this is also not possible. Then what we have, 3 into 16. 3 into 16. Again, 16 is greater than 12. This is also not possible. 4 into 12 or 12 into 4, we have done. Next, 5 is not a factor of this. Coming to 6, 6 into 7. 6 into 7. So if we take this product, it is giving us 48. So we can take this because these will exactly fit inside this without touching the outer rectangle. So this is 7 meter because it is the length, okay, or I can write here also. This length is 7 meter and this width is 6 meters, okay. So this is the length and this is the width. So kids, I hope that you have understood why we are taking 7 and 6 here and why we are discarding the above length, because all the other lengths are either touching the sides or exceeding the sides. It's only 7 into 6 which is fitting inside, and in that also we are taking 7 as the length because the length is greater here and the width is smaller when compared to length, it is 6. Okay, so this is how we have to do this question. I hope you have understood this. Next, coming to the last question of this exercise and the chapter, it says a square piece of paper is folded in half. So there is one piece of paper which is square in shape and we are folding that into half, something like this. We have a square, we are folding it from here. So when we are folding it from here, the square is then cut into two rectangles along the fold. So when we are cutting it, we can see we are now getting two rectangles here. Yeah, this is this is rectangle 1 and this is rectangle 2, right? And these two rectangles are coming out of it. They have equal area. Area of the first rectangle is equal to area of the second rectangle. Why? Because we are equally dividing the square. Now, regardless of the size of the square, one of the following statement is always true. Which statement is true here? We have to say. Now, the area of each rectangle is larger than the area of square. This cannot be true because the rectangle has been taken out of it. So area of each rectangle cannot be greater than this. In fact, area of the two triangles combined also will be equal to the area of square. It will not be greater than it. So the first statement is false. Second, the perimeter of the square is greater than the perimeters of both the rectangles added together. This is also not true, right? This is also a false statement. In order to see why it is false, let me take the dimension of this square as 4. So if the side of the square is 4, all the sides will be 4, right? And when we are cutting it into two equal rectangles, this will be 4, this will be 2, same 2 here and 4, correct? Same way, this is 2 here and this is also 2. Next, what we'll do here, let us find out the perimeter of square. What is the perimeter of square? 4 multiply with side. Side is 4 only. So this is 16. Let's take the dimension as meter. So this is 16 meter. Now let us find out perimeter of one rectangle. So what is the perimeter of rectangle? It is twice length plus breadth. Length is 4, breadth is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6, into 2 is 12. So 12 meter is the perimeter of one rectangle. Perimeter of two rectangles will be twice of this. 2 into 12, which is equivalent to 24 meter. So the perimeter of two rectangles is 24, perimeter of square was 16. Statement says the perimeter of square is greater. No, it is not. Then the perimeter of both the rectangles added together. No, it is less because 16 is less than 24. So this statement holds false, right? Now, this was the B part. Coming to C. So what it says is the perimeter of both the rectangles added together is always 1 into 1 by 2 times the perimeter of the square. So what is the perimeter of square? It is 16. And what is 1 into 1 by 2? That is 1 into 1 by 2. So if we solve this fraction, mixed fraction, it will be 3 by 2. 3 by 2 of 16 is 2 into 18, which is equal to 24. So 3 by 2 of the perimeter of the square is equal to the perimeter of both the rectangles added together. That means this statement, third one, is true here. Okay. Now coming to the last statement, the area of square is always 3 times as large as the areas of both rectangles added together. This is false. Why? Because the area of this whole square should exactly be equal to areas of both two rectangles added together, because these two rectangles, they are derived from this square when they are equally cut. Okay, so there is only one statement which is true here, that is the statement C. Okay, so kids, with this we complete this chapter. Please do the homework and practice these questions, and in the next class I am going to take this chapter from Ganith Prakash. Okay, so I will see you all in the next class now. Thank you.